You tired of complex web applications that are difficult to maintain and scale? Then look no further. Today we will discuss microservices and web sockets that will help you in revolutionizing the way you approach web development. So with real life examples, you learn how to build scalable, efficient and responsive applications that meet the needs of your users. So let's get started with the introduction of microservices. So what is microservices? In simple technical terms, microservices are a way to design and develop software applications by breaking down a large and complex application into smaller independently deployable services. And here each service is responsible for a specific functionality of the application and communicates with other services through APIs. So imagine you are building an e-commerce website. So instead of building the entire website as a monolithic application, you can break it down into smaller services such as a service for managing products, a service for managing orders, service for managing payments, and so on. And each service can be developed, tested, and deployed independently, which takes the overall application more flexible, scalable, and resilient. So to illustrate this with a real life example, let us say you are building a recipe website. So instead of building the website as a monolithic application, you can break it down into microservices, where this recipe service is responsible for managing all the recipes on the website, including retrieving, adding, updating, and deleting recipes. Then comes user service, which is responsible for managing user accounts, authentication, and authorization. Then comes search service, which is responsible for handling search functionality, including search queries and filtering. Then comes recommendation service, which is responsible for recommending recipes based on user preferences. Then comes recommendation engine, which is responsible for determining recipe recommendations based on user behavior and other factors. Then comes content management system service, which is responsible for managing and publishing content such as blog, posts, and articles. Now each of these microservices can be developed, tested, and deployed independently, making the application more flexible and scalable. For example, if you need to add a new recipe to the website, you only need to update the recipe service and the other services remain unaffected. So next, let's discuss what is WebSocket. Now here, this WebSocket is a communication protocol that allows for real-time bidirectional communication between a client and a server. So in simple terms, it enables a seamless two-way conversation between a web browser and a web server. So to better understand this, let us consider a real-life example of a chat application. So imagine you are using a web-based instant messaging application to communicate with your friends. So with WebSockets, the application can establish a single persistent connection between the web browser and the server. And this connection remains open and the browser can receive and send messages in real time without the need for the browser to continuously send requests to the server. So when a user sends a message, the application can send it directly to the server through the WebSocket connection. Then the server can then send the message to all the connected clients instantaneously, allowing everyone to see the message as soon as it is sent. So this real-time communication is what makes WebSocket so powerful and useful for applications that require low latency real-time interaction. And other examples of applications that benefit from WebSocket include online gaming, stock trading platforms, and social media platforms that require real-time updates. So in all these cases, WebSocket enable efficient bidirectional communication between clients and servers, resulting in a smoother and more responsive user experience. And by combining microservices and WebSockets, you can build applications that are scalable, efficient, and responsive. So here is how. First is scalable. So microservices allow you to scale individual services independently. For example, if a particular service is experiencing high traffic, you can scale that service horizontally by adding more instances of that service without affecting the rest of the application. And this approach provides better resource utilization and reduces downtime. Then comes efficient. Microservices enable you to use the appropriate technology for each service. For example, you can use a lightweight technology for a service that only performs simple tasks and a more robust technology for a service that requires more complex processing. And this approach reduces the overall complexity of your application and improves performance. Then comes responsive. So we know this web sockets provide real-time communication between the clients and the servers, which allows you to build responsive applications. For example, a chat application using web sockets can instantly display new messages as they are received, providing a smooth and responsive user experience. So to conclude this, we can say by leveraging microservices and web sockets, you can build scalable, efficient and responsive applications that meets the need of your users. And this combination of technologies allow you to develop applications that are flexible and adaptable to changing requirements. Thank you.